Greetings and salutations. This is Jason Silverain, and with my focus on racing games of late, I figured I'd go back to what was considered one of the best for the Amiga, the Jaguar XJ220. Released in 1992 by Core Design, it came out a year later for the Mega CD, and I always found it very quirky. It was very good, but weirdly, it was missing things like sound effects for most of its racing. Even though you got the engine noises here and when you start, what you had instead was this absolutely cracking selection of 6 tracks you could play with the CD player in game. You could also have a lot of options, and this is one of the reasons it was so highly rated. It's not only just 2 players. You could select to have keyboard, mouse, joystick. You could have manual, automatic gears, and there's 36 tracks, which was very impressive. And as you can see, there's 3 tracks for each country, and the game overall would take about 3 hours if you were to play through the whole lot well. There's also, between tracks, you've got to manage repairing your vehicle if you crash, so it's interesting. I think I managed to get through halfway through this game, and I saw the ending on another friend's house, and the ending's poor. I'm just going to say that. The ending is essentially a newspaper cutout of saying, Jaguar storms the competitions, sort of thing, which really wasn't worth it. But the game, I cannot fault the game that much. It was very good. So, here we go. Decides to resize again. So, what are we on? Automatic, joystick, hold the button to accelerate. Okay. That's 1 to 2 players. That's create a track, that's save your track, that's load your game. I can't remember what that is. But, oh well, we'll just get into it. I don't want to spend too long doing this because, as I said, if you're playing the whole game, 3 hours, 3.5 hours playing well. Now, there was an amusing little cheat if you... I think it was if you did scan or something, you could actually change these manually. And if you put it onto a certain code, you'd always get fastest lap and you'd automatically win every race. Let's go with Moody Breeze. Now, you always start in the UK. These are always the same 3 tracks. It's like track 1, mild British weather, but watch out for major roadworks. Now, I did have a little bit of a practice, and this game requires you to sort of memorize the track as well. It is not kind in that regard. If I had to say the game was lacking in any way, it was the lack of HUD. And graphically, I always felt like the camera was a bit too low behind the car itself, but this is... Oh. Here we go. But graphically, it's pretty damn stonking. I do think that the various odds and ends at the side of the road could be better. Yeah, I think Outrun was quite a bit better than this, though I might just remembering the arcade version as opposed to the Amiga version. Oh, gotta be careful. Ooh, I just bounce off those. I'm probably taking a bit of damage, but that's fine. Oh, don't want to lose that speed. I'm only in 10th. The races for this game are actually pretty damn hard. And even the slight loss of speed will result in you, well, not being able to catch up to the lead. I personally think the game really could have done with some sound effects. The lack of them just feels a bit uncanny valley with what I'm used to. Oh, Oh, no, no, no. Oh, bugger. Well, we've got 4 laps. And there are various weather effects. The one that really sticks in my head is the fog. I think I played this a lot as a kid, and because I didn't have a save disc, I spent a long time just playing these first 3 levels. And the first one was always considered pretty easy. But the second one in the rain, you had to be careful of your turns, otherwise it'd be a bit unforgiving. But the fog, oh, you just did not know what was coming. And, you know, what, 8-year-old me could never remember... Ooh. There we go, yes. 8-year-old me could never remember just what was coming up next. And that blip was just my computer reminding me, yes, your video editing is done. Now, above my actual speed and gears in the bottom left is my fuel. And on much longer tracks, you have to actually refuel. And I believe the AI has to as well. There is a trainer for this game that takes advantage of that. And it makes it so the AI runs out of fuel much faster. I thought about using it, but I thought, nah. I'm only going to do the first few tracks, unless you guys really want me to try and play all the way through this. But one thing I will be doing is submitting a link to another video, not one of my own, but it just contains the soundtrack to this game because it's an absolute banger. The other major game I played around this time was the Lotus series, which I went back to it and I was surprised just how crude the game was. I think part of me was like mixing Lotus and Jaguar together in my head, in my memories, but unlike certain other games which I've played of late, the rose tinting hasn't been worn off too much. I don't even think I'm going to see first. If I do, it'll be on the finish line. Oh, there we go. Yeah, too many wide corners. Look, there is a chap who has done a complete playthrough of this game on the original Amiga, recorded off a TV. So I was impressed by that alone. But I think he gets first in nearly every race. I was like, hats off to you, sir. Well done. I was genuinely impressed. Because, think about it, this is the first track and there's all these odds and ends. And the controls are pretty responsive. Oh, bugger. That said, because you don't have, like, tire squeal or anything like that, you never quite get the feeling of knowing just how hard you're going around that turn. You know, in other games, if it was going, oh my god, my tires are squealing like a mad thing, I'd be like, well, alright, I've got to hit the brakes here. Oh, will we get to him? Will we get to him in the last bit? Can we pull it off? Yes! Now we just need to not crash. Because these races are tight. Oh my goodness, we're about to lap people. Oh, that was satisfying. Oh, and they can lap you as well. No matter where you are in this, it will always be this picture, and it was just the colour and the names on the jackets that will change. So that wasn't too bad, wasn't too long. Oh, we didn't capitalise my silver. Damn it. There we go, we got all the points for our championship. And now here's the other thing that made this game so memorable. Well, the wheels look fine. That looks fine. That looks fine. No damage at the back. We weren't rammed from behind. Front's seemingly okay. Engine's fine. My suspension's not knackered. I think, oh wait, no, that's the rear axle, isn't it? Is that a suspension? Brake discs. Oh yeah, my brake discs are always fine. And the fun thing is you could just look at the wireframe model from the different angles. There we go. Oh, the car seemingly is fine, so moving on. And that's where you'd spend most of your money. The other thing you'd have to do is, well, let's go for that one. Ooh. Well, see if I do this right. I need to insert a blank image disk. Oh dear. Just blank disk. There we go. Insert blank disk. And format disk. Save. Oh, yes. Yes. Well, this is taking a lot longer than I remember. Because again, as I said, I didn't really have one, but my friend did, which is why he actually managed to complete this. But it looks like this is going to take a while. And to be fair, that is essentially Jaguar in a nutshell. You've seen the basics of the game. But the second level had rain on it, the third had this really amazing fog, and hell, if you want to see it, let me know. I would not mind playing more of this. But for now, thank you for joining me, and I think I'm going to go dig out Lotus, so just so you can compare it to its competitor of the time.